This is Wham News at 6.
Fears of eviction tonight in several Rochester housing complexes due to the uncertain future of a housing program. A flurry of notices have reportedly been sent to a number of tenants to move out at some apartment towers in the city. The residents are seniors, many with disabilities. Good evening, I'm Matt Malloy. We've got team coverage tonight. Christian Garzone spoke with one family concerned about their loved one's future. We're going to begin, though, with Natalie Calzatoni, who's told by the Rochester Housing Authority that it is not evicting anyone. Natalie, good evening.
Good evening, Matt. The executive director of the RHA says the State Department of Health is coordinating these efforts, and Family Service of Rochester owes rent that was supposed to be paid on behalf of its enriched housing program participants. The Rochester Housing Authority says last Wednesday, Family Service of Rochester abruptly announced it was terminating its enriched housing program, which offers affordable housing and assistance for seniors. This sparking confusion and fears of eviction for approximately 50 residents living in Danforth and Hudson Ridge towers.
They should be meeting one-on-one with the state and with Family Services to determine what their housing needs are and where they can go. We're not displacing them. They can stay.
According to RHA, a representative from Family Services or the State Department of Health informed residents that they had to move out by May 26th. City Councilman Michael Patterson says he met with some concerned tenants in his district Tuesday.
They shared the letter with me that they had received from Family Services on behalf of DOH. Quite frankly, it's a violation of the law. And what I said to my tenants is what I'm saying to everybody, because it's New York State law. Until there's an eviction order ordering you to leave and a marshal shows up to evict you, you don't have to go anywhere.
Additionally, the Housing Authority says Family Service has not been paying all rents owed on behalf of their enriched housing participants who paid them to do so. It's alleged Family Service of Rochester owes more than $400,000, and it's unknown where that money went.
We have legal representation involved, and we have for months and months, and trying to come up with a resolution for the owed rents. You know, some payments are made, some aren't, but ultimately there are unpaid rents that are equal to that large figure.
In a statement, the State Health Department says, quote, recent surveys of the Hudson Ridge and Danforth Towers enriched housing programs identified violations that posed immediate risk to resident health and safety. As a result, the operator agreed it lacked the resources to correct the violations and initiated an emergency closure of the enriched housing programs. The State Health Department also says they will be on site throughout the closure process to ensure a safe transition process. I reached out to the Family Service of Rochester and have not heard back. The State Attorney General's office says they are aware and are reviewing the situation. Matt.
Natalie, thank you. Many families are afraid they will have nowhere to go. Our Christian Garzone met up with some today and continues our team coverage. Christian, good evening.
Good evening. We met up with Jessica and her family in Penfield at their already crowded home. She's wondering where her mother will live after being told she has just days to leave her apartment in Danforth Towers.
It's not fair what they're doing to my nana.
Stevie Thompson, along with his sister Katrina and their mother Jessica, are reacting now to news that the elder matriarch of their family, Gwen, was told she had to move out of her apartment at Danforth Towers.
She has until Friday to get out. She's 75 or 74 years old. Yeah. And she's got bad health problems.
Jessica says her mother, Gwen, isn't alone. She claims dozens of other residents, mostly seniors with health issues, were told they would need to vacate at a meeting in their building last week.
She's going to be homeless. If she has nowhere to go Friday, she will be homeless. It's not fair to them. It really isn't. Yeah. It really isn't. And it's, this isn't how our elderly should be treated. This isn't how our disabled should be treated.
Katrina saying her grandmother paid her rent every month on time. She says by forcing these residents out with little notice, it shows a deficit of compassion.
It's like, peace, we don't care about you. We're gonna go do something else now. And it's not fair.
Jessica saying the execution of this shows a complete lack of planning.
They should have had something in place, some kind of shelter in place for them if they knew this was going to happen. They just left them basically fighting for their life.
I spoke with Jessica again this afternoon, and she had some positive news. They found an emergency foster to care for her mom's dog while they figure out the next steps. We're still working to learn more as this situation unfolds, so stick with us. Matt, back to you.